Hey, I'm Suzy, and welcome to 30 Minutes of Dance. Today's class is a dancer cross-training workout where we'll focus on happy feet, healthy joints, and a foundation for longevity. So clear your space, have water nearby. I'll be using a mat later in the class today, but you could also work on a rug in your home if that feels more comfortable. I also will be using a strap and a block. You could use a pillow instead of the block, or a novel, and a hand towel or a bathrobe tie instead of a strap. So barefoot would be ideal for this, and you can keep your socks on, but we really want to feel like we're using our feet today. This foundation, yes, for longevity, comes from the ground up, and using your feet like you would hands or paws. So breathe in and bend your knees. Feel like if you need some support, you could also use a chair. We'll do a little bit of a balancing warm-up, weight shifting warm-up. But if you need a table nearby, a counter, or a chair to help with any of these weight shifts, support is important, so accept it, bring it in. And then let's bring your hands just to your chest for a moment. And you can even cross the hands like you're hooking your thumbs there, and you've got wings here. All right, and then feel this gentle sway and tread, moving from the ground up with the easy pulsing your wingspan at the heart. So you feel the rhythm of your heartbeat, this little exchange of weight, and this butterfly gesture at the hands, kind of cueing you to alternate, and as you pick up one hand, pick up one foot, and the other side. So the hands and the feet connected. Right, at your center. Now bring the hands to your hips, and feel like when you tread and shift, that same shoulder can come forward as we tread right and tread left. I'm working off the mat just so I can feel the difference in the floor versus a sticky mat. All right, so I want to be able to move a little more freely, not get stuck in things here to start. Good, and then from here, bring yourself back to center. Easy plie, parallel with a shoulder roll. So sense that you're receiving information from the ground up, right? Like an animal, like an elephant can receive information through its hooves, feeling this broad base of support, and that the vibration is communicating, right? The pulse of the earth communicating through your feet, your rhythm. Yeah, this drum beat that's at your heart. Feel that pulse coming from the ground up. So we're bringing information up into the feet, into our paws, and then using your hands and your feet as you come to the ball of the foot, and kind of rooting and pulling up, or pruning here, as you peel and shrug back. Now, this can stay nice and high, or if you want to kind of go down a little lower, hinging at the hips, as if you were picking up something on a lower sort of level, and then you pick up your arm and your heel at the same time. Now it could be a big throwback, yeah, letting it go, or keep it a little smaller right here. It's enough. All right, but we're using the hands and the feet simultaneously. Good, last one, each side. All right, so there's a little release there for the wrist as well. And then come back to center. Turn your feet out slightly, a little wider. And then from here, we're gonna push and pull to the right. Push and pull. reaching thumbs up, pulling in. All right, starting to warm up through the lower leg. Yeah, tracking the knee towards the toes. All right, so it's a full body motion here. And then come back to the center, opposite side. So you're gonna lean into it. If you need to go a little wider, make sure the knee's tracking, not past the toes, yeah? And then reach and pull. Straighten the arm, reach through the rib cage, reach and pull. Gathering the energy in to your center. Excellent. One more. Back to the middle. Now, hands on your hips, and I'm gonna take it a little bit wider, so see if you need to as well. And again, if it's a little wobbly, use support or stay in closer. And then reach out and in. So we're gonna cross the arms over. Oh, it's back, yes. Crossing. Open, splay the hands out and close. And then as you're doing this, open and close, weight shift side to side. Alternating which hand's on top if you haven't, yes. I'm not sure I have either. There we go. Now, as we go to the right, lean left. So there's a stretch across the top of the foot here. Wide base of support, hands come in. As you lean to the left, lean and reach right. Good, and center. Open, reach, close, and pull up. Open, reach, feel like you're pulling up the top of the foot. Right, you're trying to, the feet are sticky and you're trying to pull them up. And one more, each side. Back to center. As you come back to the middle, plie. Heel toe the feet in a little if you need. Make sure your inner thighs are wrapping to the outer knees. Just pulsing here. Dropping it down. If it feels good to take the fingertips forward or towards your knees. And then shrugging one shoulder and the other. Down and up. Nice and easy, rotating through the torso, side to side. And you could stay a little lower in this and go side to side, but choose your battles today. Coming up and down may feel really nice. Once more. And then when you're even, come back to the middle and shoulder rolls. Bring your feet in. Slow motion, right? This is part of it. Toes and heels, toes and center. So use support as you need. We're gonna walk the left leg in front. I'm gonna get on the diagonal here so that there's a weight shift with a tendu, a little point, and then a shift and a lean back, flex the toes. Weight shift, little point, and shift back. Hinge at the hips. Tendu. A little PK lift and hinge. Once more. And sit in it here. Again, if you need something for balance, and then see if you can pick up your toes and then slow-mo articulate back down. Pick up the toes and down. And so sometimes it's kind of nice to flex and point with the hand as well. So what's going on in the lower body, it's very jazzy, is, working through the upper body as well. All right, it's a little teapot moment. Yes, as you topple over and then come back through the center. Slide and lift, slide and lift. Now you can feel what's going on like through the grounding of the feet, getting the weight over one leg, shift and lift, over one leg, arms, and arms. Drop, swing, slide and glide, and back to the center. Now we're gonna turn and set ourselves up, angle to your right. So, simple lift of to the ball of the back foot to the toes there, and then from the points lift, we'll flex back and come into the stretch with the back of the leg. Bring your toes up. Hinging at the hips, so we're not rounding through the back. Little hip scoop under, PK, and then swing your hips back with attitude. Flex the toes, engage the front of the leg. Activate and lift, and sweep back. Again, shift, rise up, and back. Now, as you sit in it, hinge the hips back, pull your navel in, lift your chest up, and we point the toes, and then we flex the foot. Point and flex. Point and flex. Trying to isolate and feel the articulation, right, of the whole foot. And then the next time, you can lean into it some if it feels like an option. Yes, really getting into the sort of attachment at the backs of the legs. Last one, and all the way up through the Achilles and the back of the calf. Excellent. Now from here, just shake it out a little. Slow shimmy, a little tap. Now, I'm gonna step back onto the mat. Kind of nice to do this with support if you need. And hopefully you feel like you're breathing and just like, a little bit more in your body. And if you want to use the support and even the sticky mat, so I'm going to use one foot on the sticky mat, one foot off. I have my right leg in front so that I've got a sense of balance and support here. Not on a tightrope, hips width. And then imagine that you could, with the paw of your right foot, we're going like Cats the musical now, right? So it's angelical. Yes, you're going to bring your paw and try to scoop the mat up and then spread it out. So what I'm doing with my foot, I'm trying to also show with my hands. I'm trying to scrunch the mat and then release. Scrunch and release. Now you could lean into it, scrunch and release. Lean into it, scrunch and release. Lean into it. All right, so I'm just making it a whole body movement. Woo! Scrunch and release. Or stay with this fine tuning and rest. Now shake it off. Ooh, a little tap it out. Maybe reach up. And then cut the strings on it all and tap and reach up. And as we come to the other side. But before we do, stand in the center for a moment and feel the difference in your footing. Feel how perhaps, I hope, cross your fingers, perhaps your right foot has more ground to cover. Maybe it feels more spread into the earth, maybe longer, wider, a difference in the relationship to the hips. Maybe the whole leg just feels calmer, less gripped than the left. Any of that is a good sign that we're moving in the right direction as we come to the other side. Again, we're trying to open up the sole of the foot to receive information, which helps us when we're navigating through space, yes, not outer space, but this space, yeah, throughout your day, so you feel like you're in your body, you're in your feet. If you get tripped up, you can feel your way into like grounding rather than pulling up, right? So we want to drop in rather than pull up and get really tight. Instead, we kind of loosen and go with the flow of it. Left leg's in front. Walking, make sure your hips width, not a tightrope, and then use support if you need. From here, we're simply going to try to pull up on the roots of the foot and then spread the toes out. Pull up like you could scrunch the mat up. If you're on your rug, right, you may even feel like a difference in texture. All right, you're in your body, in your space. Heel it up and then let it go. Now, maybe there's a weight shift and a release. A weight shift, clawing and setting free. Again, shift and peel up and release. Spread your toes. Maybe the whole body goes into the grip and the scoop and the So it's really more challenging than it may look, right? Trying to spread and move through your toes. Could you move your toes independently? Good, one more. Big push. And then heel and release. Shift the weight, shake it out a little. And then plant yourself for a moment. Let the shoulders hike up and then exhale. Feel your feet. Inhale up. And okay, one more. And let it go. Now, using the support if you need, or hands on the hips to feel like you're cinching your waist. I'm gonna bend the knees and lift just your right heel. Now, lift just your left heel, lower your right, and down. Now, left heel, right heel, left heel, right down. So this has a wave to it. Left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left. See if you can find that up and over feeling, up and over, and then a circle. Right heel leads, right heel leads. The arms can go bigger. Right heel leads, up and over. One more. Pause, straighten the legs, spread your toes out, like flare them, and then drop them in, drop it all down. Good, now left heel is gonna lead up and over, up and over. Left heel, right heel, left heel, right heel. And the arms kind of push with you through the wave. It's core. Sneaky, right? When it comes from the ground up, right where you find your roots. Woo! One more. Back through the middle, plie. Hopefully feeling the backs of the legs some. And release. Good. Step onto your mat. Shake it out. From here, come to the top of your mat. Have your props nearby. We're gonna use them. Inhale, reach up. Give yourself a little high five. And then exhale, bend your knees so we squat down. You can use the chair for support if you need, or a block underneath the hands to step back into a runner's lunge. From the lunge, all fours. If your knees are sensitive, fold your mat over so you have more cushion. And then from here, simply curl your toes under and then come to the tops of the feet. Curl your toes under, tops of the feet. Curl your toes under, lift your chest. Exhale, tops of the feet, pull your navel in, dome the upper back. Exhale, curl your toes under, extend the head and the tail, firm the arms in. Exhale, tops of the feet, give your belly a hug into your spine. Keep your gaze forward one more time, curl your toes under, shrug it off, lengthen. And then exhale, tops of the feet, scoop and hollow. From here, sit your hips back towards your heels any amount. Now for some of us, you're not alone. This can be challenging, yes? So you could sit higher on the block or pillow. Just this is a good stretch for the tops of the feet. Sometimes, the body weight, the stillness, letting gravity work with us for a change, yes, can help to release through the tops of the ankles. You might even use your own healing hands. You can make fists, right? And then sort of massage, press. I'm sort of digging in, yes, with my fist. But you can massage the feet here. All right, dancers need to, we're all dancing through life in some way, yes? You may not be a ballerina, but you gotta use your feet to get through life. So giving a self-massage, a moment of self-love here can be very, very healing. Let's Try the other side. So other fist, working down. And again, we're just kind of digging in. But if it feels sensitive or feels sharp, back off. Keep breathing. And as you're doing this is also opening up the chest and the shoulders. Good, one more. And then give your heels a squeeze. Excellent. Now you may stay here. If it's too much, come out of it. Come to all fours again. You could even come onto your, you can come down a notch on this, on the block, or keep it high, but curl your toes under. Now this can be a lot. So you might sit up, but you're pressing into the balls of the feet, and then pull up through the front rim of the pelvis. Hands on the hips, or use your fists to massage. All right, massaging down the glutes, your backside there, and mid back, low back, whatever feels good. But we're trying to press the pinky toes down. Imagine you could pick up the block with your heels. Now, if it feels okay to stay here, stay here. Take a few deep breaths, just lifting your chest up. Maybe hands are still here. You might flip the hands, palms down, or fingertips up or fingertips down. If it feels okay in your body to sit back into the heels, take a breath and maybe come out of it. Pressing the hips forward, so you're like opening up the eye of the hips, and then maybe sit back. How's it going? And then up and down. If you can stay seated in this for a few breaths, the feet are gonna have a lot to say. Again, we're listening, right? We're getting feedback from the feet, teaching us how we wanna be in our body in this moment. Good, last one. And then uncurl the toes, come forward, come onto your bellies. So if you need to side lie to do this, or come all the way down, and then rest on your forearms. So I just have the block between like my lower legs. If you can, keep it there. Give it a little squeeze, and then kick out the tops of the feet some. So we throw a little tantrum. We need more grown-up temper tantrums in a controlled environment. Yeah, so you can like let things go. Squirm it out, right? Little dance there. And then curl your toes under again. Now, press yourself back up. We're gonna slide the block out from underneath. And then up to you, if it feels okay to keep the weight in your knees in this way, again, you might fold it over. We will massage the calf, right, the lower leg, and the ankle at the same time. So take your right knee, and you're going to take it out slightly, and then walk the knee behind your nook of your opposite leg. Yes, so you're in the sort of well of the knee, and then sit back any amount. So there's a compression massage happening where you're like squeezing the ankle, and by doing that, we're also massaging the calf and the hamstring, the back of the leg. Now you can come forward and back, in and out of this. If you come in and out of this and it just doesn't feel quite right on your knees, there's something for everyone. This may not be for you. So as you're walking your foot down towards the back of the ankle, stay with it and kind of find these interesting points. If it doesn't feel good to you, though, come onto your back and you can do, or onto your belly, and you can do the same thing, right? Taking the leg out to the side and simply squeezing the lower leg in. So the bottom leg squeezes, and you come in and out of it. And if your heel doesn't come as high as mine, that's okay. You could also lift your leg, right? So you pull the knee in wherever you are, 90 works, and then you try to lift the right leg off the floor some. So all of this is affecting your base, your foundation, right? And this connection from side to side. Now release wherever you are. If you're on all fours, come onto your belly for a moment. Wiggle. Let your head go. Maybe rock your legs side to side, but notice how differently your legs feel. Now, second side. So again, your choice. If it feels good to now bend your right leg take your right ankle to the nook of the left knee. And again, you have this option, up and down, or lifting. If it's more like 90, just see if you can lift and squeeze. If it's an option for you to be on all fours, right ankle comes behind, and you push and pull. In and out, walking the leg down the opposite calf. All right, and so the movement and this little bit of pressure, the weight of the bones, is helping to release the tight compartments of the lower leg. All right, last few. And then slowly come out of this. If you're on your belly, come on up and roll over onto your back. If you are on your hands and knees like me, come to side lie with your strap. And as you come down onto your back, we'll take one last stretch here for the length of the back of the leg here. Now, take your strap, loop it over the foot. Now, just that can be a challenge. So if you even need to like lie on your side and bring the foot in, all right, get it a little closer. Sometimes it's easier to do this on your side. Then come onto your back and unfold. Now, we're talking about the feet today, yes? And this, every joint of the body really, where these circles come into play, but this sense of from the ground up, energy moving. So now we want to, with this, yes, it's a hamstring stretch, it's a stretch for the back of the leg, but I want you to really get a sense of where the strap is, that it's at the base of the ball of the foot. And then I want you to try to point, like push into the ball of the foot. We'll call it like a point. So you're not flexed and you're not pointed, you're flointed. And then you're going to peel the toes down and try to push through the heel. So pushing into the resistance, like you might like a TheraBand, but today we're using this strap. And then you're gonna pull the shoulders down, lengthen your neck, push into the base of the ball of the foot, and flex. Now the knee doesn't have to be straight to do this either. Yes, so don't talk yourself out of it. You've got options. One more. Woo! And then send it long, loosen your grip, breathe for a moment. Notice how it feels from side to side. Right, it's important to take those moments to observe all the good work you're doing. And then as you come to the second side, again, if it helps to roll over, loop it, come to the base of the ball of the foot, keep the leg bent as you get there, and then reset. Opposite foot can be on the floor or extended. And then first we're just trying to shimmy it into the right position. Doesn't have to be straight. It's where you are today. Right? Where are you today? Just be there. And then start to press into almost like, you know, a clutch and the brake and the clutch, or the gas and the clutch. It's a gas and a clutch, right? It's been a while. But you're gonna point through the ball of the foot and then peel back. You don't actually have to use your upper body a lot. Let the weight in the arms do the work. And then you're just pushing into the resistance of the weight of your arms falling down. Ball of the foot, point, and then flex through. Again, check in, are you straining at all with the hands? Don't. And back out of it. We can do this whole thing without, using them, right? Good, 2 more. Long, slow, deep, reach through the heel, kick it toward you. And then, send it long. Slide your strap off to the side, take a deep breath. Go. Stretch like a big yawn. Circle your ankles here, circle your wrists. Feeling taller. Turn the legs in and out, maybe even turn the arms in across the body, a little hug. Easy rocking, run it off. And then plant your feet. Turn to your side, so we side lie. Pause. Then press yourself up, take your time, coming to all fours once again. Take a moment, maybe it feels good again to curl the toes under, to propel your energy forward using your block or a chair, and then pushing off. Take a moment to bend both knees, take your hands to your thighs, and then push off the thighs to stand tall. Come back to the beginning. Take a moment, maybe stepping off your mat. Just trying on, your new footing. Feel every inch of surface area, the balls of the feet, the heels, right and left. Bend your knees, take a little circle through the feet, and then the other direction. So you are deeply rooted in this moment, grounded in the feet, uplifted in alignment. Thank you for moving with me today. I hope you have a beautiful day and you put your right foot forward. I'm Suzy. I'll see you soon.